Qualifying that was TSMO then is going to be on pole position this evening, and that was a very nice time indeed. A 1 minute 25.4 pole goes to the Ferrari. To your racing action, which starts just now for the first round of this brand new season. Round 1 here in Silverstone, and it is lights out, ladies and gentlemen, and away we go then here in IFR. A good start off the line then for the Ferrari, but Luco's already trying to challenge him. Into turn 1 they go side by side, but the Ferrari has done him through there, and a great move for him as TSMO still leads through the first few then. Luco in P2, it is Lerchi 3, then the Ferrari trying to make his way through on the McLaren now, and just get himself round that outside line. It's Vigo now as well, makes contact on the back side of one of the cars. Now he loses his rears, and he's down to P9 now at the back, losing many places. Cars behind him too. It is Green and Jojo too that come 4x4 then into the left-hand side. Look at this battle here. The Kick Sauber has managed to get himself up the inside. Now side by side through here as the Aston Martin fighting massively up the inside of the Kick Sauber to try and keep himself in front, but not enough there as Greed has to drop back and Jojo goes into P11. A great move there then from him as Greed and Vigo nearly go 2x2 into the Copse corner, where Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton made that move a few years ago. Good drivers they are. Pepe's is normally up there quite a lot, to be fair, as well as Don Pedrito do very well indeed. There's a move there from Clapland, then up the inside line through Plastavexi. Is he going to hold this out though, as the Kick Sauber looks like he wants to take a sniff up the inside here and just take a chunk out of him if he can, but the McLaren's done it, and now he is free to race up to P4. That was a great move, as he is now through, ladies and gents. And Beckett is taking all of the load then as it drives through. But the wear not looking too bad, as this is the top 3. Behind that as well, a move's happening here. The Ferrari of Clapland round the outside line. Will he clear him into the right-hand side? This will be a brilliant move round the outside if he can make it work. Is the McLaren going to do it into the hairpin now? Into the chicane, sorry. He locks up into the chicane. Side by side now. As he locks up, the Mercedes thought there was a gap up the inside line, and he spins around, does Chris. He's down in 8th position now and loses places as he rejoins the track and gets overtaken by his Mercedes teammate Vigo. Now he goes into P8, and Chris loses countless positions. He's down in P9 now. Jojo on the backside of Mike Pro here as well. We're going to move back then, everybody, and see if we can see it. Oh, into the barrier for Pepe's now, down the main straight. And we did miss it slightly, but it is into the wall for the Haas, who was momentarily stationary down the main straight onto the gravel trap, and losing out here as Mike Pro ahead of him in the pit lane gets overtaken now by Cano, and Pepe's rejoins in P10, unfortunately. Oh, Pie then into the pit lane goes TSMO, and Lerchi continues on the hards, of course. This is the medium pit stop window then. Here comes TSMO, as well as Luco. Is any more medium runners going to do the same? Lavexi might. No, he's not. He's carried on. 15 seconds. The distance to Clapland for TSMO. Is he going to get this overtake then? The driver's in the pit lane. He should get through here, round the final corner. TSMO over the line. He is going to pass them and become the race leader once again here in Silverstone. What a race from him so far. You've got to hand it to him. He's been, massively consistent so far. He very really has. There's Lerchi and Clapland pit exit now, coming out of the pit lane as a black and white flag for Chris there. And now he heads down the back straight with the drivers. This could be the overtake we've all been waiting for. Here comes the Ferrari then on the McLaren as he pulls to the outside line. He makes the overtake then. They go level pegging into the final few corners. Lerchi tries to get through. He will have the inside line then in towards the chicane. Is he ahead here? They're side by side then, everybody. Lerchi round the outside line. Can the McLaren go through? He does go through, just about ahead there. The Ferrari now on the back foot from Clapland round the outside line, trying to get some revenge from his teammate, but he cannot make the overtake on lap 21. Out of the final corner, switching to the right then as he gets a bit of grass on his tyres. The Ferrari up the inside line, the McLaren gets pushed wide. Who gets out in front? It is the Ferrari on this time asking round. Luco down to third, Clapland now on the backside of his teammate. He's now going to go up the inside line for an overtake. The McLarens go level pegging, but into Cop's corner, Clapland takes P3. And a brilliant battle we've just seen there then as the McLaren does get ahead and makes a brilliant move, ladies and gentlemen. His teammate is giving it absolutely everything too, and Clapland's on the backside as well. This is going to be a brilliant final lap battle for the drivers as the battery on your screen then for the top two. The final lap begins and TSMO has got a good chance here, both on very equal levels of battery at the minute. The computer, like I mentioned, does state that that Lurchi could make an overtake on this lap around. He is right on the rears of him now, and this is looking ever closer than it has ever done. Half a second gap, and he's going to use absolutely everything he's got. Like I mentioned, the battery is completely level between them, and Clapland's being brought in on this as well. So no driver left on their own here. The top three are battling it out then on the very last lap of the race here in Silverstone. Just who is going to be the driver to take it? TSMO recharging the battery. Lurchi in neutral at the moment then and not using any. Now deploying a little bit through Cops. He's got a McLaren on his backside. Half a second gap then to his teammate. We're going to see the overtakes then all the way down the back straight, which is coming up right now. Here we go then, everybody. The final lap, the final time down here. Which Ferrari driver is going to take it today? Is it going to be Lurchi, who's going to gain slowly but surely? Looks for the outside line and his teammate, and for the first time today we see him with him. Is he going to be able to make the overtake then, everybody? With an incredible race. The McLaren on the inside line then of Lurchi today makes contact. No changes in the order. Round the final corner, it is going to be TSMO who wins the Grand Prix tonight. An incredible race. He wins the British Grand Prix for the first round of the season. Lurchi P2 and Clapland P3. It is a Ferrari 1-2 finish here in Silverstone.